Hello, my name is John McAllister with the John McAllister Sports Report. Today we're going to talk with a linebacker in the 2027 class, Ben Uhlenhake from Columbus Bishop Waterson, who has won two state championships in the last 2 years, and Ben is a major part of that. He, he's just keeps getting better and better. One fault will be supposedly by some that his height. He's just a quarter of an inch under 6 foot tall. So he tells me. And that's good because he's honest. I like the way he plays. I like the way his aggressiveness, and I like his attitude. So sit back and enjoy my video podcast with 2027 linebacker Ben Uhlenhake from Columbus Bishop Waterson High School. Okay, my guest today is from Columbus Bishop Waterson High School. Knew his dad many years ago, and Ben Uhlenhake. How are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing?
Good. Right now, sometimes we get messed up on the video, but we're here, and you told me good news. I thought you were a senior, but you're only a junior. That's really good news.
Yep.
You getting ready for baseball?
Yeah, I'll probably start hitting in January.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for this season. Yeah.
Yeah, you are a good baseball player, and your brother's going to Ashland, isn't he?
Yeah, he's there right now. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt. He hurt his hamstring.
Did he? He's playing baseball too, I think, isn't he?
Not at Ashland, no.
Oh, he's not. Oh, just football. Okay.
Just football, yeah.
Okay. Well, Ben, I appreciate you coming on. Let's talk about where did it start for you? When did the whole idea of football start?
Well, my dad has a football background.
Yeah.
I've always played. I played flag football when I was just a young kid. And I've always played baseball and football, but I've always just had that passion for football. It's just I've seen my dad and all the stuff he could do, and I've always just wanted to achieve that. And I saw how cool it was.
Passion. A lot of people don't have the passion because football is a rough game and it's a tough sport, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is.
All year round now, almost. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, really.
Okay. As you look back, Ben, you playing baseball too. What made baseball so attractive?
I've always been a pretty good baseball player. It gives me something to do when I'm not playing football. I feel like if I just played football, I'd get so sick of it.
Yeah.
I play baseball, I get burnt out. Then I go to football, I play football. Eventually, I get burnt out.
Yeah. You're a catcher on baseball team, right?
What'd you say?
You're a catcher.
Yes, I'm a catcher.
Oh, great sport. Great baseball. I used to catch all the time. They put me in the outfield once. In the same inning, I had a ball go through my legs. I had a ball go over my head. I went back I was a first-string catcher, but they said, you're not an outfielder.
But
that was just funny. Okay, as you look back, give me some, influences, and they're just more than one, really, or one. Who has been a major influence on you as far as sports and being a good person and all that stuff?
I'd say my parents, especially my dad. In terms of sports, my dad, obviously playing the NFL, he has a lot of football experience. And I've always just wanted to achieve what he achieved. And then my mom also, she just pushes me. And they're both just great influence on me as a human and an athlete. My mom played college basketball at Ohio Dominican, so she's an athlete too. So they both understand what it takes just to be great.
Right. That's really good. And I will say this about your dad. He made the most of his abilities. I mean, he used all of his abilities to be good. Now that means he really worked hard.
Yeah, he was undersized in high school, from what
He
I've heard.
was. Yeah, Newark Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay. What is what can you not live without, Ben? You're a young guy. What can you not live without? What's something that you have to have?
I'd probably say sports. I mean, I don't really know what I'd do if I wasn't working
Okay.
out and playing sports. I probably wouldn't do a whole lot in my life. So I'd probably just say sports.
Speaking of sports, but how about academically then? Is the library a foreign country to you, or do you get after it? I bet you get after it, don't you?
No, yeah, I'm definitely a student athlete. I do take my school very seriously, especially because football is only going to last so long. I do have to get a job. I'm trying not to think about it, but eventually I will. So
Yeah.
I do
What do you
know.
think about? Okay, that's a long. Oh, what would you be 10 years from now then? Besides playing pro sports, what would you be? What
I'm not really sure what I want to do.
Okay.
Probably some. I'm probably just going to major in business, maybe go into sales or something like that. That's kind of what I have in mind.
What I have three silly questions, and here's the first one. Who would you hang if you could hang out with somebody for one day, 6 in the morning till midnight? Who would it be and why? It can be a sports figure, it can be a lawyer, it can be anybody. And
Wow.
who would you want to hang out with and why?
Um, I'd probably say like Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
I could learn a lot about football, but he's a motivational speaker, so he could tell me something I need to hear.
That's really good. That's really good. Okay, let's talk football then. You're a middle linebacker, 5'11", let's go 6 foot, because with shoes on, you're 6 foot.
6 foot,
You
yep, shoes on.
you
Five
always put,
and a half.
huh? What?
5'11" and a half, yep.
With shoes on.
With shoes on, 6 foot, yes.
Well, see, okay, we'll start this. I'm going to cut that out too.
All right.
See, I think it's important when they talk about measurements, you play with shoes on. So those shoes make you a little bit taller, and people get caught up in height. I never have. I never have gotten caught up in height because guys your size at 6 foot, guys your size, you do a great job of coming downhill. You do a good job of closing that middle open from tackle to tackle, and plus you're a hitter. And then the other thing I would tell you real quickly, and then I'm going to ask you what you think your strengths and weaknesses are. The other thing I think you really do is you play pad under pad and finish. You are a really good tackler. I mean, I really think that. And that, like every young linebacker, and you've always got to learn to redirect. You always got to learn that first step. But that's everybody has to do that. But I'm really excited because I think you're a thumper, and that's good. What do you have? What do you think? What do you have to work on first of all, Ben?
Yeah, so this offseason, I'm going to be focused on my change of direction, especially in coverage. I'm pretty good at stopping the run, but my weakness is definitely in coverage. We don't play a lot of man. Like I can guard running backs out of the backfield. But if we're playing cover 4 or cover 3, I need to work on reading the quarterback size, changing direction, and making more interceptions.
Yeah, but don't forget, you're right. But don't forget, you're I think you're a Mike guy, so you're a tackle to tackle guy, run stopper. You
Yeah,
know, and the other thing is, linebackers in this day and age, they don't want to get caught. The old days, they used to take on those blocks. You don't want to now.
yeah.
You want to get off those blocks and get away from them. It's really good. Biggest strength you think is? Tell me again. Biggest strength.
I'd say my biggest strength is tackling. I'm
Okay.
a pretty sure tackler.
Okay. Something that I'm interested in because of the video tape and the huddle stuff. How much time do you spend on film study?
Yeah, so we have study halls and stuff in school. I'd probably say I spend a couple hours a week. I watch film. I go over our game plan. Our coaches are great. They give us really everything we need. So I definitely say, I spend a lot of time studying the offenses, all the formations, all the runs out of each formation, passes out of each formation, stuff like that.
That's really good. And then you can also study yourself sometimes too.
Yeah,
What what you're doing. And I think it's real. I mean, like I used to kid coach Trussell. Shoot, we go back to the Super 8. I mean, 50 years ago when that's all they had. But it's really good. Uh, okay, second silly question. A talent that you like to have, you don't have, but you never will.
I mean, I could say my height. I don't know if that's considered.
Oh no, no. Oh, you want to be 6'3". Okay.
Yeah,
6'3" and run like a 4'6" or 4'5", right? Don't let's don't talk about height anymore, okay?
all right.
My dog just got upset about that. Okay, what would you do if you weren't playing sports?
I wasn't playing sports. I definitely get a job. I'd try and make money. I play the guitar a little bit. I'd probably invest more time into that, but I'd probably just work and try and make money.
Okay, okay. But thank goodness you're playing sports, right?
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without him.
You're going to work your whole life.
Yeah,
You're going to work your whole life eventually.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, the big thing now is energy. Everybody talks about energy. Okay. And I think it's important. I want energy for myself. I get not so much strength, but just energy. What kind of energy will you bring to Waterson next year? Senior year, coming off a lot of wins, losing a lot of talent, but what kind of energy will you bring next year? Or this starting now, first of the year, because you're going to be a leader.
I think there's like an energy you can bring when on that first play of the game. Like you have to set the tone for an offense. So I think just working in the summer hard and building up that confidence that every play we step on the field as a defense, we own the offense. And it doesn't matter, they might scheme us, they might get 10 yards on a run, but that next play has to be our best play. And I feel like that kind of just defeats the offense's hope when they can't really break you. It's kind of one of our sayings, bend, don't break on our defense.
Right.
So I feel like bringing that type of energy is just it's hard to beat.
Good. Then what kind of are you a yeller? Are you a silent, pat you on the butt kind of guy, or what are you?
I'm not a huge rah-rah guy. I will yell when it's needed. Especially next year, I'll have a bigger vocal role. But I'm definitely not silent, but I'm not. I'm kind of in the middle.
Okay. But you're not phony, right?
No,
No,
no.
don't. Guys that sometimes yellers and stuff like that. But when it's 4th and 1 and you're down by 1 point on they can't be yelling. I mean, they got to be the real deal.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure you are. Sure you are. Okay, I'm going to come and recruit you, and I'm in this day and age, and gosh, everything going on. What kind of I'm looking for a good quality in you. That's all I care about. Your quality in you. What's your best quality?
As like a human,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd probably say
Example would be a leader or honest or hard, just some kind of quality that I can look at you, trustworthy, anything like that.
yeah, a quality I'd say I have is I'm just focused. Like I know what the goal is with whatever team I'm on. Like I know what has to be accomplished. So I'd say I'm just focused on getting that done. Like I don't let distractions. Like I'm so focused on getting a goal done. Like I'm not gonna let distractions or having fun and stuff like that, mess anything up.
Okay, that's super. Just a few more questions here. Okay, let's talk recruiting. Okay. And I don't know, it's really gotten out of hand. In fact, high school players I feel bad for because all these colleges, and I kind of understand, they're looking for the transfer portal. and it's tough for you guys and tough. What's been your experience with recruiting? What can you tell young people that look at this video? What's been your experience, Ben?
Yeah, so I got my first offer in October, in the middle of the season, and I just feel like you really have to reach out to schools. Like you have to, like not every school is just going to come chasing after you. Like I reached out to Miami. I've been talking to Eastern Michigan for a while, but I just feel like you really have to be like consistent with talking to them because they have to know that you want to go there. Like I went to a game and that's when they offered me. But if I didn't go to that game, they probably wouldn't have offered me because they wanted to see if I actually was interested in going there. And I feel like that's how it was for the other games. I went to an Eastern Michigan practice, and that's when they offered me. So I'll just say you really have to show interest in the schools.
Okay, that should be that way, but they should be doing their job. And I don't think recruiting is nothing. It's definitely not like it was 15 years ago. Because I question how good of evaluators some of these college coaches are. And I'm being honest. They don't see they don't see enough. They don't look at deep enough in that. But so how are you going to improve the recruiting reaching out? What are you going to do then? Have you made a plan yet? What you're going to do?
I'll just keep. A lot of schools come in, a lot of colleges come into Waterson and talk.
Right. Oh, for sure.
So hopefully they can get eyes on me. But I'll reach out to more schools. But I'm just going to continue to just better myself, and hopefully they see. Hopefully I get faster and post videos on Twitter, and they see that.
Fantastic.
Maybe that'll. Yeah.
And posting videos on Twitter is huge.
Yep.
It's huge. I tell young players that all the time. Man, it only takes one guy to catch that and like it. Okay. Then you guys will be involved in that high school where they come to your school for 25, 30, or 45 minutes. You'll be involved in that one. When coaches come and watch you in the spring. So
Yeah. Yeah. We should.
yeah, that'll be good too. What about camps? What's your thoughts on camps?
I like them.
Uh,
I know they're really big on the 40. And
yeah,
I think game speed is different than running a 40.
it is.
I do understand like being fast is really important. But I just feel like if you don't, like they look at speed, they look at size a lot. I just feel like if I'm gonna go to camps, I have to know that like they're interested in me, because I don't want to go to like camps when the schools don't have no idea who I am, and
Yeah,
then not
they will.
interested in me.
They'll know who you are. For heaven's sakes, interesting there. I think 40s. Now, I'm I'm pretty confident, but I think 40s tell me two things. You know what they tell me? Because I watch a kid's eyes and face. You're either fast or you're slow. That sounds funny, but it's kind of like you said. I think the best drill to watch is the elk cone drill. Now you'll think you got to teach it,
Yeah.
but the elk cone drill, because you talk about redirecting and all this stuff. That's there.
Yeah.
And then finishing strong. That's there. Okay. I really enjoyed the interview. Okay. What advice, last question. What advice can you give guys in your same boat as you? Or high school players coming out of their sophomore year? What can you tell them? What
Yeah.
advice can you give them?
I would just say just keep working. Don't focus on. You're gonna see a lot of people getting offers that you don't have. I see that all the time. I would just say like don't compare yourself to them and just keep bettering yourself because everyone's a different player.
I've got to I've got to answer that one too. Offers are the biggest bogus thing alive, especially now. They're the biggest waste of time out there. And I know it publicity, the star system, that's just publicity. Publicity. But the offers, there are guys in Columbus, Ohio that I've seen play, boy, when in the junior year, they have all kind of offers. They have all kinds. but then they find out, oh, their grades are bad, or they're not really, they just throw out offers.
Yeah.
And they really do. I'm not going to name any names, but gosh, I do know them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Ben, I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'll follow you this winter, especially since you're only in the 27 class, is which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thanks for having me on.
Okay.